Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Blue Witch Presents Coffee Break with Tara by Laura. That's me. I'm the Blue Witch, and I welcome you to the coffee break. Hello, Jessie Duran. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everybody? I miss you. I miss you, and I know I've been missing you. Hello, de Andrea Fernanda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Wednesday, the second day of Halloween month, or the second day of Halloween season, whatever you want to call it. Some might call it October. I call it Halloween month. Hello, Silverlet. Welcome, honey. How are you? I am so happy because we've been doing, first of all, I haven't seen you, in a week? Pain's Gray, welcome to the coffee break. I haven't seen you in a week. Last I saw you was before I went to Mindful Baking Cafe, which was last Friday and was a success, and it was beautiful. Thank you to everyone that who showed up at Mindful Baking Cafe. It was really good. Today we're gonna do oracles. We're gonna do the Bee Tarot Oracle by Christopher Hughes, art by Nadia Turner. We're going to do the Gospel of Aradia by Stacy DeMarco. We're going to do the Halloween Oracle. This is Halloween by Stacy DeMarco, as well as the Don Miguel Ruiz. For agreements, we already agreed that the agreements are not indigenous, but they are actually good. Some of them are good, but they are not 500-year-old old agreements. They are mid-century. Last mid-century. How do you say that? Anyway, you know what I mean. So let's do this. And the first one today is going to be precisely the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Hello, Richard. Hello, Richard. So I haven't seen you since Friday. We went to Mindful Baking Cafe. It was amazing. Then Sunday we have the online Goddess Circle. However, we had a Chalchutlique, our Sacred Waters workshop on Sunday, and it was beautiful. Beautiful. It was emotional, it was moving, it was intimate, it was profound and deep. And I feel very, very fortunate to be working with the Blue Witch team. And I, there's no words. It was beautiful. So I really invite you all to stay tuned and to sign up for our mailing list, or mailing list that is going to be at bluewitch.org/newsletter. So bluewitch.org/newsletter. And when you sign up to the newsletter, then you find out about next events. I'm going to tell you about the beginning of October, but this is October. This is October. And there is Andrea, my business manager, setting up the newsletter link on the comments right now. Click on it. All right, folks, let's see what let's breathe. May the Divine Mother let us see what needs to be seen, and that information be utilized for the greater good. And let's see what the Four Agreements have for us today. We have learned to ask questions. Hello, Snightmare. I like your name, Snightmare. So the agreement is don't make assumptions, learn to ask questions. and it reads, "It is always better to ask questions than to make assumptions. Have the courage to ask questions until you are as clear as you can be. Once you hear the answer to a question, you won't have to make assumptions because you will know the truth." It sounds very logical and kind of simple, but it's such a good habit to create, and it helps with anxiety and it helps with overthinking. And sometimes we're afraid, to ask questions, but there's nothing more healthy than to say the thing. Hello, Alexa. Hello, hello. Guten Abend. And yes, second day of Halloween month. So, um, don't make assumptions. Learn to ask questions. It's always better to ask questions than to make assumptions. Have the courage to ask questions until you are as clear as you can be. Once you hear the answer to a question, you won't have to make assumptions because you will know the truth. And again, it sounds very simple and logical, and it's a little too logical for us to be like, why is this an oracle message? Well, because a lot of the times we don't ask questions. We're afraid of rejection, we're afraid of judgment, we're afraid of the answer a lot of the times, but it's better to rip the bandage and to ask the question even if we don't like the answer than to be wondering, you know. Anxiety is not a very good thing to have. It's very draining. So it's better to ask questions. Okay, card number 2, the Gospel of Aradia. Card number 2, the Gospel of Aradia. But before I forget, we begin October with Malliway. I'm going to be at the Malliway Brothers. I'm going to be at the Malliway Brothers starting on October 5th. So if you're around the area on October 5th at 4 o'clock, so, to close, we're going to close together. 4 to 8, 7:30 is the last sign in. And there's plenty for October. Believe me, I will be reminding you. If you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube, you can see all the events, or you can just go to the website and start finding the events there. All right, let's see. What is the Gospel of Aradia for today? Ooh, creation. Creation. It's kind of like a little bit of a little too colorful of a card, if you know what I mean. Creation. You can go to the link tree as well to find um, the events. I forgot my glasses, so I'm gonna have to do the thing. Hold the book, like that far away. Okay, creation. We're almighty creators and creatrixes, even if we don't consider ourselves to be so. Creativity is our birthright. It is said that the witches create something from nothing, and this is true of all of us. Do not be afraid to take a creative risk. Think outside the box on an issue. There is nothing more blissful than to create something new. It is hope and awe combined. It's the birthright of all, not a few. Herbs to ease the labor, songs to clear the room. I sing this baby to earth, sweetly from the womb. I'm smiling while I read this because Andrea, my business manager, has been creating the new website. We're not launching yet. It's a soft I mean, you can go and look, but still under construction. She's working so tirelessly, and is that the creative juices, right? The creativity, the moment in our existence in which we are more goddess-like is when we are creating. And if you want to hear me talk about all this goddess-like creation theory, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing to learn, That is what the Finding the Goddess Within workshops are all about, because we talk about goddess and creation. So you need to get yourself to PACH on um, October 12th. We will be doing Finding the Goddess Within at PACH. Soft Launch, says Andrea, the www.bluewitch.org. Bluewitch.org is the Blue Witch, baby. Is the Blue Witch team. Such beautiful. So, Andrea, I don't know what this came out today, but since you're here and you've been so creative, we're almighty. We are almighty creations. I don't think I can read today. Let me try again. We are almighty creators and creatrixes, even if we don't consider ourselves to be so. Creativity is her birthright. It is said that witches create something from nothing, and this is true of all of us. Do not be afraid to take a creative risk. Think outside the box on an issue. There is nothing more blissful than to create something new. It is hope and awe combined. It's the birthright of all, not a few. Herbs to ease the labor, songs to clear the room. I sing this baby to earth, sweetly from the womb. And sometimes the creation don't come from the womb. Sometimes it comes from our mind. Sometimes it comes from our hands. Sometimes it comes from our mouth as song or chants or blessings. And sometimes the creation is in our kitchen as we're cooking something delicious for our family and friends. Sometimes creativity, it's not so sex centric. Creativity and creation could come in many, many forms. Thank you, Andrea. She's like, check it out. Let us know what you think. I personally think that the new website is fantastic, but I might be biased, of course. I think it's beautiful. I think Andrea has done a wonderful job. And there is still much more to be added to the website, because there's 12 years of Blue Witch and counting, maybe more. Anyway, let's move forward to, so I already told you about Malliway. Let me see what else I can tell you. We're gonna have two events at PACH the second week of October. On Wednesday the 9th, we're gonna have the radical self-love. And if you're in Chicago, I really, really, really recommend the radical self-love. We talk about undoing the programming of beauty standards and unattainable standards and the divinity that dwells within us, and to understand that it's our birthright to be autonomous and to love our bodies as they are. So that's going to be on the 9th, and then on the 12th, as I was telling you, the Finding the Goddess Within, where we talk about the corner in which we live of spirituality, goddess, and creation, right? The intersection between goddess and creativity. And there's also going to be a tarot workshop on October, but I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. Let's go into the hive. We're going to go into the bee tarot that, as I have been telling you since it came out, when I interviewed my dear Christopher Hughes, I love the fact that it can be used as oracle. The website looks nice, says Richard. Right? She's been working day and night, literally, on fixing that website and programming it, and I think it looks fantastic. And it's not done yet. She's still, because Laura González has like a million things of material that needs to be added on the website. But it looks really nice, doesn't it? I love it. I love it. I love all the work that Andrea has been putting in it. All right, let's see what the bee tarot has for us today. And since it's tarot, we're using it as oracle, but it's tarot. And hi, Chanda. Chanda Parkinson is here, and she says, "Thank you, Witch Laura." And the V tarot is fantastic. Yes, and we're going to pull 2 cards. We're going to use them as oracles, right? Okay, dear goddess. Witch bees. Witch bees. Now, if you have been going out lately, them bees are being extra. They are really frantically moving around the planet. I think looking for the last meals of the summer. And if I was a bee and there was not going to be flowers anymore, I will also be looking for them. So the first card that we have is the Star. So from the Bee Tarot, we have the Star, one of the major arcana cards. And I'm so glad. We have 2 major arcana cards. What? Okay. Okay. We're not even upset. So this is the card that came out. The Star. Right? And it came right side up. So the message reads, I forgot my glasses. The Star right side up. A period of turmoil and unrest has finally reached its natural conclusion. Thank you, September. You can go and F right off into the never come back again. September 2024. I have something to say to you. And the fact that this card agree with that, I'm so happy. Hi, Mari Esther, welcome. I just had to celebrate because, yes, F September of 2024. Except the workshop and the Goddess Circle. And being on the trip with my Blue Witch team. But yeah, all I have to say for September 2024, actually just to the turfs and the races and the COVID. Anyway, a period of turmoil and unrest has finally reached its natural conclusion. Now is the time to heal and find peace within yourself that leads to resolution. You are connected to a higher power that never leaves you. You are not alone. Whilst sorrow cannot be cured entirely, you can choose to be joyous. You don't know how hard it was to read that. Those words are really. This was written by a Welshman, whose English is their second language as well, but of course, their English is probably much better than mine. A period of turmoil and unrest has finally reached its natural conclusion. Now is the time to heal and find peace within yourself that leads to resolution. You are connected to a higher power that never leaves you. You are not alone. Whilst sorrow cannot be cured entirely, you can choose to be joyous. That is the message from the start, which was the first of 2 major arcana cards that we have here. And the second major arcana card that we have is the Moon Reverse. Your Venmo cannot receive payment and I don't have Cashapp or Zelle. Can you try I'm going to change the Venmo. Again, we're migrating things and my Venmo is being difficult. So we have a second Venmo, Lau underscore Cerati 1. Let's see if that works, Shanda. I always forget if it is a hard CH or a soft CH. Can you remind me? Because I hate saying your name I don't like to hesitate mentioning your name. And yeah, I was glad to catch some of your live on my lunch break. Hope everyone has a great day. Thank you, Snidemare. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Janet. Janet Wilson just came here. So welcome, Janet. Thank you, my love. Thank you, thank you. So the second card that we have is the sun, pardon me, the moon, but it's reverse. And for you to see it a little bit better, because the book has the illustrations, they're all big. So it's the card of the moon, but it is reversed, right? It came reversed for us today. So it reads flatline, fitaline, flatline, I don't know. And Zelle LAURA, welcome, welcome, welcome to the coffee break. Um, you might be seeking solace in sleeping and isolation, but the time has come to deal with your anxieties and worries. You cannot continue like this. Something must break in order for you to rise to resplendent, resplendent, resplendent. Okay, and that Venmo work, Shanda. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you for the tip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, reverse moon from the B tarot. You have been seeking solace in sleeping and isolation, but the time has come to deal with your anxieties and worries. You cannot continue like this. Something must break in order for you to rise resplendent. Janet says it's been a crazy week getting things together for the end of the year and the year ahead. And for those who are unaware of, for those who might be like, why is Janet talking about next year? It's only October. Plot twist. Witchy people, witches, pagans, Wiccans, and some other practitioners of the craft consider Samhain of the end of summer or the end of harvest or Halloween time or Halloween night, um, the end of the year. So commonly people say that Halloween, Halloween is a party that originated from the holiday that is called Samhain, and Samhain is the end of the year or the witch's new year. So that's why. So speaking of tarot, I told you we're gonna be doing a tarot class in October 11th. We're gonna be at Mindful Baking Cafe. There are very limited spaces because the cafe is kind of tiny. So I really invite you to join us. We're gonna be exploring the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, and through it, we're gonna learn the hero's journey. Oh, Chan, I wish you could be here. You would love that workshop. Unveiling the hero's journey through the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. So we're gonna teach. I get to show off my big tarot cards. Oh my God, where they are. Well, they used to be here. Now I don't know what they are. But I have big prints of the Rider-Waite-Smith Major Arcana. They're huge. I love them. Um, and we're going to be working with those on October 11th at Mindful Baking Cafe. And guess where you can find more information? You can go to my link tree, link linktr.ee, blue underscore witch. And there you can find all the events, or you can go on the website and find about the events, or you can sign up to the new newsletter, right? And the new newsletter you can find at bluewitch.org/newsletter. And I'm making sure I heart all the comments on the chat room because I haven't been doing that. And I usually do it. Okay. So last oracle of today. How's everybody doing? Y'all been too quiet today. Are you all very quiet because Andrea is on the chat? You don't have to be quiet. I'm just kidding. It's funny because it's usually Facebook that is very quiet and Instagram they're the chatterbox, and today Facebook has been the chatterbox and y'all have been quiet here on Insta. That's weird. All right, guys, last oracle of the day for today is the Halloween oracle. Because this is Halloween, this is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Do, 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 do. The energy today is exhausting, say Alexa. It's like we are on the hard gear. I connected with the first two cards specifically. So nice, say Penis Gray. And Chanda says, love the chat. Great cards so far. So let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, Janet. Janet is feeling a little under the weather because of the damp weather and arthritis. I know that too well. All right, boys and girls, some people of all genders. Alexa says a parent fell asleep in my session today. Oh my God. Yeah, this season is it's like it closes in on us a little bit. All right, folks. Halloween Oracle. Why are you saying you want to? Why are you saying that you want to? Okay, two cards. Two it is. Two it is. I'm gonna try to read them. Oh, two of my favorite. So we have Midnight. It's a short read. Midnight. From the Halloween Oracle, Midnight. The most magical hour of all. Allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You might feel this is your darkest hour, but note that the light will return again. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Note too that it is important to recognize that we all have darkness within us just as we have light, and this isn't something to hide from. That is the hill in which I will die. We cannot just be love and light, we need to have darkness. The dark it envelops me, the witching hour awaits, the magic and enchantment and spells that change fates. Midnight, the most magical hour. The dark it envelops me, the witching hour awaits. True magic and enchantment and spells that change fates. Perfect for the solar eclipse and new moon, says Shanda. I have no idea that we have an eclipse going on tonight, but welcome. I call it a double Oreo energy. There are people who are afraid of eclipses. I always think it's like, it's both of them together. Like, what could be wrong? But you do you. If eclipses are not for you, yeah. All right. So the second card that we have today is the card of death. And you know, she's one of my friends. Us Mexicans and death can be explained. It's such beautiful part of our life and our culture. So the card of death, and of course I love this card. I just love it. Take a screenshot. So, card of death. Do not be afraid if you pull the death card, as it simply means that something is falling away or will do so. So you can begin strongly afresh. There is great power in this clearing. If you pull this card at Halloween particularly, the message is stronger still. And you should actively celebrate this new beginning. Transformation, Alexa, that is the exact and absolute truth. So the message, death, The eternal cycle begins here. The eternal cycle begins here. 'Tis not the end, though I might pass in the night. I get to do my time over, although you might get a fright. Love it. The eternal cycle begins here. 'Tis not the end, though I might pass in the night. I get to do my time over, although you might get a fright. Now you all know, boys and girls, some people of all genders, if you don't have the biggest Day of the Dead altar for the Blue Witch, for moi, when I'm gone, I will hunt you. I really, really, really hope you all put an altar for Day of the Dead and it's beautiful. And especially if you learn about the traditions of Day of the Dead from me. I've been teaching about Day of the Dead for 38, 39 years, folks. 39 years of Day of the Dead. So yeah, I would love to be on a Day of the Dead altar, you know. Alexa says, I'll have you on my altar, please. Please. I mean, I don't mean to go anywhere anytime soon, but you know, I know I'm not going to live forever. Nobody does. Anyway, it's been a pleasure to see you. I miss you. And you know how October is. So preventively, I'm letting you know. October is not going to have the regular Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I know we're going to miss a couple of weeks, but please know that you are loved. Bye-bye, and thank you for the tips. Thank you for the tips. And as you heard, the Venmo is being ridiculous, but we have Venmo LAU_CERATI1. That is the one that works right now. Enjoy the new moon and the solar eclipse. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. And until we meet again, you are loved. Bye bye.